What's going on, you guys? So I just got done watching the Canelo Alvarez William Skull fight, and I just got to say this fight was not an entertaining fight. It was honestly a boring fight, and a lot of people were picking Canelo Alvarez to possibly stop William Skull or just have a dominant performance, and we didn't see either one of those things. William Skull did have some effective movement throughout the whole entire night. Wasn't just sitting there being a punching bag for Canelo Alvarez like every one of his other opponents, but at the same time, he didn't really do much offensively to pull away with the win. I mean, I scored it. I thought I would have gave Skull the edge and had him win it, but you're not going to beat a Canelo Alvarez on the scorecards with that type of performance. And I'm not upset with Canelo Alvarez winning because now ultimately this just sets up an opportunity for Terence Crawford to beat the brakes off of him. And I believe that's going to happen, especially after watching this performance. Crawford isn't going to be moving around as much as a William Skull, but at the same time, he's not going to be sitting there being a punching bag for Canelo Alvarez. Just like, I believe it's going to look almost identical to a Earl Spence fight. Earl Spence's opponents coming into that fight were all going to be, they all were just punching bags. You saw it in the Yordenis Ugas fight where Yordenis Ugas is just sitting there letting Earl Spence punch on him. I mean, that's typically what we see with almost every one of Canelo Alvarez's opponents. They're just sitting there on the ropes and he's hitting them on the arms, hitting them in the hip, hitting them in the leg, whatever. But we're not going to see that with Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford is not going to move a lot, but he's going to move enough to get out of the way of Canelo Alvarez's, power punches that he unloads on his opponents. But at the same time, he's going to be there close enough to be hitting them with counter shots. I'm not going to be surprised if Terence Crawford ends up stopping him. And we saw on the face-off after this fight that Terence Crawford looks a little bit bigger than old boy. He has the height advantage. He has the reach advantage. He's obviously more skilled. He's going to come in there, I believe, with the speed advantage. And his power might translate up to 168. You got to think about this. Crawford's had, by the time this fight happens, he's going to have little over a year to put on that muscle and to, have his body adjust to that weight class. So ultimately, man, I know Crawford's going to win this fight. I hope all the fanboys, all the odds makers continue to just have Canelo being the favorite. Hopefully after this fight they still do. I doubt they will now, but especially after seeing the face-off too. But let's just hope they have Canelo being the favorite still. That way, the real boxing fans that know boxing can put some money on this and make some money by Canelo just getting absolutely destroyed, picked apart, possibly stopped by Terence Crawford. So I'm pumped for that. Thought it was a horrible performance by Canelo. He better tighten up come September because he's not going to be in there with another William Skull. He's going in there with possibly the GOAT, the pound-for-pound #1 fighter. And there's no debate after he beats Canelo that he's not the absolute GOAT, greatest of all time in the sport of boxing. And hopefully he can just do what Mayweather couldn't do, and that's stop Canelo Alvarez, which very well might happen. Very well possible. But let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the fight? Who do you guys have winning? The Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. Does this fight tonight change anyone's opinion? Let me know. Hate, like, comment, subscribe. Till next time.